Hey folks, this is Mike and this is another unpacking video. And again, this time I've got a very small package that arrived from eBay by letter mail. And I'm just gonna pop this open. I have an idea what it is, but I'm not 100% certain. So I'm just going to snip this open and I think I know what it is. And if it is, I'll be a happy boy. All right. Oh, this is interesting. The cards are wrapped up and taped to the inside of the envelope so they don't move. That also helps with damage. Basically, it doesn't matter whether you're sending it in an envelope. I know I've always told you, use quality shipping products. Don't go bankrupt on it, but just be smart about it. And one of the big things you want to do is make sure stuff doesn't move around. That's how stuff often gets damaged in transit. So the fact that they taped it to the inside of the envelope is very smart. Now, looks like could be just an old piece of paper or it could be a letter here. So I'm going to try and be gentle with it and not rip it just in case that the eBay seller has sent me some kind of message. Or it could just be the invoice shipping thing. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So check this out. All right. They put them all together in one top loader. That's fine. So what this is this is 3 G.I. Joe cards I bought from the Impel G.I. Joe set from 1991. And I have had this set. When I was a kid as a collector, I bought a sealed box and I opened and sorted every single pack of cards in that box and traded off the doubles or sold them off. I ended up 3 cards short of the entire series. And in all these years, I have not yet had the opportunity to track down the 3 cards that were missing. And then I decided, it crossed my mind one day. I was on eBay and I thought, I'm going to see if I can find those. And very, very easy when you're buying individual cards to end up spending more to finish a set than what the set is worth. And I couldn't find anyone who had all 3 cards I needed. And the ones I could find, the price on the card wasn't too bad, but with shipping and stuff, I was looking at I'd get 1 card for 30 bucks. And I mean, the set maybe goes for 80, the whole set. So just so happened, I kept looking, I kept at it, I kept my eyes open. I found a seller selling them all at a very reasonable price, combined shipping that was not too far and had reasonable shipping. So now I've been able to get these 3 cards that will complete my set that are in trading card holder sheets. And I will now finally have a full set of the G.I. Joe series produced by Impel in 1991. Funny enough, before I found these, I actually ordered another full set just to try and, just to say I had completed it. And I was going to sell off the other set of, as individual cards or as an incomplete set. But now I'm going to have my original set complete, and I have another complete set on the way in the mail that I purchased recently. So that means that I will eventually put one of those sets up on eBay. But I'm really happy to see these. That's fantastic. It's been a long time. And the funny thing is, I've seen these cards before. I think I probably even had them at one time, or I had them in my pile of dupes that I was trading or selling. But these are the 3 that have been missing from my set that's in the card sheets since 91 when I bought the sealed box of card packs. So I'm going to put this in my personal collection that's going to get integrated into my existing set. And I'm very happy to have finally finished this set off. And it's 3 cards right in a row. And they're all part of the honor roll section. These are characters that are deceased from the G.I. Joe comics and cartoon series. So very cool. And I'm going to add that to my personal collection and make sure it's integrated very soon. In the meantime, you know what I do. I show you something else that you can get on my website, on my eBay page, I should say. And in this case, I'm going to show you a couple of vintage collections. So I specialize in vintage comics and toys and cards, mostly 80s and 90s, but I'm a big fan of the Mighty Crusaders, the Shield, and the Shield goes back to the 40s. And this is actually a collection of his comics going back to the 40s, created by Irv Novick. And this is what blows my mind, is this reprint collection is now considered vintage as well. It's old enough. It's over 20 years old. So that weirds me out a bit. So not only is it a vintage collection, but it's a vintage reprint of a vintage collection. And again, you can find that on my website. And, you know, since I've got it right here and they're both related. Also, The Fly. I have volume 1 of The Fly. And again, this goes back not quite as far as the Shield. This goes back to the late 60s. And again, late 60s comics of The Fly collected. And a great little collection of vintage comics, Silver Age stuff. And if I recall correctly, this one's got Steve Ditko artwork. Yes, wait, Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, my bad. This one's Joe Simon and Jack Kirby, so that's a great find. Steve Ditko actually came later. He worked on The Fly in the 80s, now that I think of it. And these Irv Novick strips, again, you know, back to 1948, maybe a little bit older. But yeah, so, I mean, classic Irv Novick, classic Joe Simon and Jack Kirby. Both collections are at the point where they're vintage now. So we've got vintage collections of vintage comics, and you can get them at my eBay page. Where's that? Go to mikegagno.ca and you'll find the link for it. Other than that, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.